Hey guys, welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK. It's great to have you here, and in today's reading we are doing, aren't we, how did your person feel the last time you saw them? And as usual we've got our three piles. We've got pile number 1, which is the beautiful Starfish with our little circular silver ring there. Pile number 2, which is the elephant card and a lovely little pattern bead. And then pile number 3, which is the golden egg and our silver square bead. So those are our 3 piles. As I always say, use your intuition to go for the pile that's calling for you. There might be more than one pile, and that's perfectly okay. Remember, it's a general timeless reading. It's good for whenever you're finding it. And, it's a general reading for lots of people, so just take the messages that resonate, and if they don't resonate, then it's not for you. It's not your message. But other than that, I will see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. Hope everyone's doing okay. Lovely to have you tuned in to today's reading. So today we're doing, aren't we, how did your person feel the last time they saw you? And you chose to come into the reading on the beautiful Starfish card. I'm just going to put that there. And this gorgeous silver little patterned ring there. So I'm just going to put that there. I also pre-shuffled a couple of oracle cards, so we're just going to get those out. So the first one we've got is Mystery, okay. Then we've got Protection, and then we've got, this is my little Aura Soma inspiration deck. This is actually the King of Cups. Okay, so let's have a little look here, see what we've got. So I definitely feel the last time they saw you, they were still attracted to you, because the Starfish is a really beautiful card, isn't it? And it has a lot of beautiful, intricate pattern, and it's against that kind of fairly plain background, it really stands out, doesn't it? So I think the last time they saw you, you stood out to them physically. They definitely liked the look of you still, or the last time they saw you, they definitely liked the look of you. They definitely were attracted to you. But you're a bit of a mystery to them, because we've got the mystery card here. So something was not being revealed. And the Starfish is is a card which is about all surface level. So, and with the mystery, it just makes me feel that they felt that they couldn't access anything deeper other than just the surface level of you. So maybe maybe they felt you were a little bit withdrawn, or you weren't giving off much in terms of how you were feeling or how you were thinking. All they could access really was your kind of the outer shell of you, really, which they liked, but they weren't able to access anything deeper. Now with the King of Cups, it's not that they certainly felt something deeper, because the King of Cups is obviously a very he's a king, so he's very wise, he's very mature, but he's also very emotionally intelligent, very intuitive. So he would have been wanting to connect with you on a deeper level, or this energy would have been wanting to connect with you on a deeper level, but for some reason you weren't accessible to them. That's how they felt the last time they saw you. You weren't accessible. Maybe they were trying to get into you, to sort of like connect with you on a deeper level, but you weren't accessible to them. You were keeping yourself maybe as a mystery, or a bit very much to yourself in some way. Now with the Protection card, this is a card. This is an oak tree, isn't it? Being hit by lightning here. Now an oak tree comes from an acorn, a tiny little acorn. So that tiny little acorn, is planted, and then you get this huge, massive oak tree that lasts for hundreds of years. So maybe in this part, there's a lot of connection. There's a lot of history rather to this connection. Maybe this is a connection that's that's been long-standing, or was long-standing in some way, and maybe it's gone through some challenges with the lightning here. Gone through some challenges, been struck by some challenges in some way, or struck by something trying to bring it down. But I think with this card and with the Protection, I think your person, the last time they saw you, they wanted to protect this connection that either is quite long-standing, or they feel it's got the potential to be long-standing, or it feels quite soulful to them with the King of Cups here. It feels like there's a strong, deep connection between the two of you, and they want to kind of protect that. And maybe it's under threat at the minute. Maybe they're feeling it was under threat, or the last time they saw you it was under threat, but they wanted to protect it. And maybe they felt you were withdrawing in some way, or you weren't fully giving your all or something like that, or you weren't able to connect to them properly in some way. But they feel like the last time they saw you, they felt this sense of pull towards you. They felt this sense of history, even if you actually haven't been with them, maybe this soulful connection to you, because you know an oak tree stands for hundreds of years. It makes me feel that they felt very faithful towards you, or felt like there was a lot of longevity, or there could potentially be a lot of longevity in this situation. They feel like they want to protect it, and that they feel committed to it in some way. But maybe there's something in the situation where you know, either they or you weren't able to you know, like weren't able to connect on a deeper level, something like that. But anyway, let's see what we got here. So how did pile number one's person feel the last time they saw pile number one? How did they feel the last time they saw pile number one? I just want to say thanks to everybody who subscribed, like, share. Really appreciate that so much. Means such a difference. And if you want to subscribe, you know, it just takes a couple of seconds to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and it just means, you know, really means a lot to me. It means the channel can grow. So please do that if you feel inclined. But other than that, but thank you anyway for tuning in. Really appreciate it. So how did number one's person feel the last time they saw pile number one? Oh, the Lovers. Ace of Swords. How did pile number one's person feel the last time they saw pile number one? And the Two of Pentacles. Now, what do we have with the overriding energy? The Ten of Cups. So, I definitely feel that this is somebody that you might be in separation from, or it might be something that's not quite it's not quite got off the ground, or there's some problems with it being able to, with you being able to reveal yourselves to each other in some way. Because I mean, when they definitely, I mean, it goes with the King of Cups, and it goes with the start. You know, you are, with the Lovers card here, majorly significant to them. They see you as and it goes with the whole thing about what I was saying with protection. I think they see you as a major relationship, even if you've had a history with them or not. They see you as a strong, like I said, soulful connection, because the Lovers card is a soulmate twin flame type energy. So they definitely see you as a significant person, but there might be some choices in this situation. There may have been some choices for some of you, or you know, for some of you, your person might be in a situation where there are choices that they need to make a choice in love, and this might have been that you're in possibly in a bit of a three-way situation, maybe with this person, just for some of you, and that might be why some of you are inaccessible, because you know, you don't want to be a choice anymore. You want to be the main thing. So that might have been what was going on here, and that might be why we have the challenges and then wanting to protect the relationship, but it might be going through some challenges here. But they definitely, with the Lovers card, see you as a significant connection to them. They want, I mean, the overriding energy is the Ten of Cups, which is that you bring them. I think the last time they saw you, that, you know, they feel that you bring them ultimate happiness, you bring them joy, you bring them love. This is like the absolute pinnacle of emotional happiness and fulfillment. So I don't think they're blind to the fact that you provide that for them without a doubt, and certainly with the Lovers card here and the King of Cups. So emotionally, I think, you know, I believe that they feel very connected to you. They feel very drawn to you. They feel very in love with you, I think, here. The Ace of Swords is a new beginning, a brand new, truthful beginning. So that might go with, you know, if it's a bit of a three-way situation, or if there's a bit of choice to be made in this situation about, you know, who this person might choose if it's a three-way situation. And my sense is that they want a brand new beginning, a truthful new beginning. But there is still, and the last time that you saw them, there was, maybe you were picking up that there was still this kind of dithering energy. So maybe the last time they saw you, they felt that you were, you know, somebody very significant to them, that they wanted, in theory, to have this brand new, truthful, honest beginning, but it was causing them some, it was still a problem for them. It was still a problem for them because with the Ace of Pentacles, they're still weighing things up. It might be that for some of them, if it's a choice situation or a three-way situation, that practically it is difficult, because this talks about financial problems, financial difficulties, having to weigh things up in a financial way. So maybe they're, if it's a three-way situation, you know, financially it isn't practical to leave a situation that they might be in to come and be with you, for example. Maybe that is how they were feeling the last time they saw you, or it just wasn't practical, but they have all these feelings for you and you bring them ultimate, you know, emotional happiness. But on a practical level, it's kind of not possible. Maybe that's how they were feeling the last time they saw you, and maybe that's why there was this kind of backing off, whereas you know, somebody was only just showing the surface level of themselves. There wasn't a depth. So there's a little bit of a mixture really here of them seeing the situation as being very so they might have been, the last time they saw you, having, or coming across as having quite wishy-washy feelings, or feeling unsure. On the one hand, wanting this brand new beginning, wanting this truthful new beginning, but feeling this strong connection to you, feeling like there's longevity in this connection, feeling like there's a strong pull, but also feeling that it can't go any deeper. It can't go any deeper because there are too many challenges to it. So you might have felt the last time they saw you that they were giving you a mixed message or mixed energies in some way, because that's what I'm picking up on here. Sort of a mixture of feelings and a mixture of energy of what they were giving out in some way. So the last time they saw you, they might have not been accessible to you, or they might have backed, or they might be backing off a little bit, or you thought they were backing off a little bit in some way, or not giving them all of themselves, but at the same time sort of saying that they really care about you, that they really feel a lot for you, that they want the connection to move to the next level, but you know, but backing off from actually taking any proper concrete action to make that happen. But I think, you know, the overarching energy is that you do bring them, and the last time they saw you, they felt that you do bring them emotional happiness, contentment, fulfillment, joy, but they are torn. I think the last time they saw you, they are torn in terms of what action to take to bring the relationship to a deeper level, to the next level, if you like. Even though they feel it all, they're sort of torn about what practical steps they can take to bring it into a more stable, secure situation. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. So how did your person feel? How did number one's person feel the last time they saw pile number one? So there's no shortage of feeling attracted to you, of feeling drawn by you, of feeling a love for you. I think it's more about how can they practically make it work. In terms of astrological signs, we've got the Lovers, which is Gemini, Ace of Swords, well, that could be Libra, Aquarius or Gemini, and then the Two of Pentacles is a Capricorn energy, and Ten of Cups is Pisces energy. So how did pile number one's person feel the last time they saw pile number one? Judgment. Okay. How did they feel the last time they saw pile number one? Six of Wands. How did they feel the last time they saw pile number one? And then the Ace of Swords again. Yeah, so they definitely, I feel like if there was any, but then the overriding energy is the Hermit. So this, for some of you, you might be in separation, or you might be in or you might have been in separation from this person, or you might have been in separation and then you met up, or something like that, because the overriding energy is the Hermit here. But I think the last time they saw you, they wanted, if it was a crush situation where you weren't able to kind of reveal, you had to keep things quiet, or you weren't able to reveal, you can only show the surface level of stuff, you weren't able to go in deep. I feel like the last time they saw you, they wanted to bring this situation out into the open. But again, it's like a mixed energy, because we've got the Hermit card here. So we've got something that's very withdrawn, because the Hermit card is a withdrawing, or an energy of withdrawal, of going inward to work things out, to be on your own. But at the same time, you've got the Judgment, the Six of Wands, which Judgment talks about a new beginning under the Lovers card. So having a brand new beginning, having a brand new start. Ace of Swords, we've got the Six of Wands, which is about success, which is about recognition. So maybe wanting the situation to be recognised, if it's a secret situation or a three-way situation, wanting it to be out in the open, wanting a brand new beginning. So an end to this kind of like sort of wishy-washy energy of weighing things up, wanting a new start. But maybe the last time they saw you, they felt that you weren't sure, and that's why you were kind of withdrawing in some way with the Starfish and the mystery card. You know, they couldn't access you. So maybe something's happened, you're in a three-way situation, you separated, and then you connected up again, and they were sort of like, felt like they wanted to bring the situation on, but there was a lack of trust from your part. You still felt, even though they were saying they wanted a new beginning, they wanted a new start, you still felt like they were sort of dithering. You still felt like they weren't completely committed to the situation, and you were asking for commitment with the Ace of Swords here, asking for truth, asking for a completely new start. But they were still giving mixed energy because we've got the Hermit card, so they were still withdrawing a little bit. They weren't fully, even though they were saying this, that they wanted this new beginning, that they wanted this new start, that they wanted to recognise the situation, there was still this kind of like withdrawal energy of not fully giving to the situation. So I think the last time they saw you, they were giving maybe mixed messages, or they felt kind of mixed energy, that they wanted to commit to it, that they felt really connected to you, that they were really drawn to you. They see you as a major significant situation. They want the situation to rise up and be something different, but for some reason there's still this kind of like stalling in some way, or there's still this needing to sort of work things out, or maybe they're feeling that you have, you know, like I said before, you have stalled, that you're not trusting of them, that you're not sure about this situation now, because maybe, you know, you were in a three-way situation for a long time and you just were fed up. You're just fed up with it now. So whatever they say is not going to be the right. It's not going to be the right thing. Even though they're saying, look, you know, we can have this brand new beginning. I feel this strong emotional connection to you. You know, you're keeping yourself private, you're keeping yourself inaccessible because, you know, you're not maybe trusting them in some way. I think that might be going on. That might be what they felt the last time they saw you. Whereas they want, you know, to recognise the situation now. They want to have a new beginning with you now, but you're still stalling. You're still withdrawing in some way. Or maybe you're thinking that they're giving mixed messages and they're not fully into it. There's a bit of withdrawal, even though they're saying all these things. So for whatever reason, that might be why we have the mystery card, because it is, you know, it's mixed messages, it's a mystery, it's not clear, and we have the Ace of Swords twice, so it's like there's a need for clarity. So it might be that there was a lot of mixed messages in the time that you know, when you last saw them, they were giving off a lot of mixed messages, and it was a mystery to you. You know, you couldn't get, with the Starfish here, you couldn't get to the depth of what was actually happening. You couldn't get to below the surface of what was actually happening. Whatever they were saying, you felt it was, you know, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't the full truth of the situation maybe. But in terms of astrological signs here, I mean, with the Six of Wands here, we have the Leo energy, Ace of Swords, again, that could be Libra, Aquarius and Gemini. And maybe there's still things, maybe they were feeling the last time they saw you, there's still things to work out in this situation. There's still things that need to be looked at, that need to be, there's still, you know, you still need to gain enlightenment somehow in the situation. Let's see if we've got any messages cards. What message does pile number one's person want to give to pile number one? What message does pile number one's person? Forgive. The act of forgiveness releases tension. Yeah, so maybe this has just tested your patience. That's kind of the other thing here. That's what I was saying, trying to get at before. Maybe it's just tested your patience and you've had enough. And they're wanting you to forgive them, because maybe they've dithered here, or they've, you know, made you feel like you're second best in some way. Or they're kind of like, you know, they've been giving you these mixed messages that you haven't been able to access them fully, because they haven't been accessible fully, because they've been involved with something or someone else or some other situation, and now they're asking for you to forgive them. But obviously that's up to you, pile number one, if you want to, if you want to do that. So what message does pile number one's person want to give? So pile number, I feel like this one. Curiosity, learn to be curious about each other. So maybe with all the swords here, if you are in separation, there is still a lot of curiosity about you. There's still a lot of wanting to know about you, a lot of wanting to know what you're up to, what you're doing, that sort of thing. Let's see. What message cards does pile number one's person want to send to pile number one? Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So there's a few cards here around forgiveness. So maybe there's something around forgiveness. That they feel this love for the connection. Is there anything else? Say part number one. Past life relationship, you have known each other before. So it might be quite karmic, this situation, where there's been a little bit of backwards and forwards. I mean, karmic relationships can be quite difficult. It's a chance. Often it's a chance for learning, so you can move on, and evolve. But it can be quite painful. But I feel like they're feeling there's a strong kind of link between the two of you here, and certainly with the Lovers card here, like I say, that's kind of like a soulmate twin flame energy. So I feel like there is a strong connection between the two of you. I just feel like the last time they saw you, they felt, I just feel like they wanted to give you everything. They wanted to make the situation better. They wanted to have it be more victorious or successful. They wanted to bring truth, but I just feel like maybe you had enough at that point, or you were pulling back at that point, or they felt you were pulling back at that point, or they felt you were still closed, or you were closed off to it, and they want you to forgive them. And you could be very closed off from it for a very good reason, but for their point of view, and it could be that they were giving mixed messages, because that's the other thing. I just feel like there was a lot of mixed energy here. So maybe they were giving mixed messages, maybe they've been giving you mixed messages for a long time, and you just got a bit fed up with it, pile number one. Yeah, and even at this point, when you met them the last time you saw them, and they were saying all these things about wanting to connect and wanting to have a new start, and wanting to have a truthful new start, and wanting to rise up and bring the situation into something better, there was something about it that didn't ring true for you, and they felt that you were pulling back still, because you weren't fully trusting them, because maybe they'd given mixed messages a lot in the past, and you just didn't got to the point where you just thought, I just can't really trust this person anymore. But anyway, pile number one, that has been your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Other than that, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hi, pile number two, and welcome back to your reading. So in today's reading, we're doing, how did the person on your mind feel the last time they saw you? So you chose to come in on this beautiful little, it's like a little bead here. A little pattern here. I'm just going to move that one from pile number one. Let's move that energy. And you also chose to come in on the elephant card here, lovely elephant card. And I also pre-shuffled some oracle cards. Let's see what you've got. So you've got purity. Okay, so you've got purity there. All right. Also got protection. Purity and protection. And then this is my Orosoma Inspiration deck. This is actually the Hierophant, which is bottle number 5, because this is, in Orosoma, it's like a form of colour healing system. It's normally a colour sort of system that's displayed in glass bottles with an oil and a water base. And that's why I said bottle number 5, but this is like the inspiration deck that they've also adapted, and it kind of, these cards go with the tarot cards. And this is the Hierophant. Now, 5 is just making, so maybe this situation was challenging, or there were some challenges in that, because 5 is usually about challenges, and this bottle in particular talks about overcoming challenges or having challenges in a situation. Obviously the Hierophant is about commitment. So I just feel with this, when the last time they saw you, what I'm feeling from these cards is they wanted healing and they wanted balance. Because these two cards are black and white, it just makes me feel the yin and yang. I don't know why, the yin and yang are black and white, and that is all about balance. it's making me feel like with the purity and with the elephant, I mean, the elephant card is about clearing away. You know, the elephant obviously is a sort of a animal of wisdom, of great wisdom, but with their lights, they are shining a light with their sort of wisdom to clear away any obstacles that might be getting in the way of something. So I'm just feeling like, you know, that's why when they last saw you, I think they were hoping for healing. They were hoping to get rid of any challenges, to balance, to create balance, and for there to be commitment, either commitment or renewed commitment in the situation. I think that's what they were looking for the last time, or that's what they were feeling the last time they saw you. They were hoping that they were going to get rid of any challenges or there were going to be any problems. And that because with the purity card, you know, this is a winter scene, and it just makes me feel like when you have snow, when it covers something, it's all white, isn't it? So anything that's gone before, it's completely covered and gone, and you've got this whole pure new beginning. So I'm sensing that they wanted to have this kind of new, fresh new beginning, for any obstacles to go, for there to be a clearing of the way, a clearing of the path, really. And to know that, you know, as going forward, the connection could be protected. It could be, you know, even if it's been difficult in the past, it could be protected going forward, and it could be a brand new beginning for you both. I think that's what they were feeling. I see. The other thing as well is what I'm feeling is this card is, like I said, in the bottles, it's kind of what's known as yellow over red, because it's an oil and water base. Well, obviously, when you mix yellow and red, you get orange. Now, orange in Aurosoma reminds me of another bottle, which is bottle 26, and that bottle is called the Humpty Dumpty bottle, because it's all about putting something back together again. So I'm just thinking, for some of you, this might have been a situation where you're in separation. The last time you met, the person was trying to get healing, was trying to put it all back together again. That is what they felt they wanted. They wanted healing, and to bring the situation back together, because you've also, in this elephant, got this little orange flame here. So I just feel like they wanted healing, they wanted to bring it back together again, they wanted a new beginning, they wanted it to be protected again, something like that, either sort of renewal or reconciliation, or if you'd had a little argument or something like that, they wanted to bring it back together. And maybe they realised it would need wisdom, it would take wisdom, or it takes wisdom to bring it back together. They wanted both of you to have wisdom in the situation, to act wisely rather than rashly, maybe. But anyway, how did pile number 2's person feel the last time they saw pile number 2? Please can you tell me, how did they feel the last time they saw pile number 2? 7 of Cups. How did they feel the last time they saw pile number 2? Knight of Swords. How did they feel the last time they saw pile number 2? Ace of Wands. Knight of Wands. Yeah, I mean, we've got 2 knights here. So I think the last time they saw you, they felt like they wanted action with the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. Action. So maybe it was a period of separation, maybe there were some challenges in this situation, maybe you were, had been apart in some way, and with the Hierophant they wanted commitment, and the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands is about taking action to bring the situation back into being, swift, bold action to bring it into being. And that's how they were feeling. They wanted to be able, maybe they wanted to be able to make their case to you, they wanted to be able to tell you how they were feeling. They wanted to be able to show you how they were feeling, that they wanted to bring the situation with the Ace of Wands here, have a brand new passionate beginning with you, or just start something up. So maybe this is a situation where they want to start something brand new, a situation that may look like it's got a lot of obstacles to it, that may feel like it has to, a brand new start with the Purity card here, something that's going to begin from new, but they feel passionately about it, that they feel like they want to make a commitment to it. And with the Ace of Swords here, it's like a brand new passionate beginning. I mean, the overall energy is the Knight of Wands, which is like complete passion, total drive, determination, focus, on this situation, really. It may be before they had been a bit, if you were in, you know, if you were in separation from them and then you kind of met them again, maybe before they'd been a bit, you know, of a player here, because the Knight of Wands can be a little bit of a player energy. It's kind of almost the opposite to the Hierophant in terms of somebody just coming in, getting what they want and then going out again. So there might have been that kind of energy before, particularly with the Seven of Cups as well, where there was a lot of wishy-washy energy, daydreaming, confusion, not really clear about what they want, not really sure about what they want. And that might have been why you've got these challenges here. You know, there might have been challenges in the situation around commitment, around, you know, moving it forward in a kind of a kind of like committed way. But I'm thinking the last time they saw you, they wanted to get rid of that. And that might be why we have the purity card and the protection card. They wanted to get rid of all that kind of like non-committal energy, and they wanted to move in quickly, boldly, quickly, honestly, truthfully. Sorry, I said quickly twice there. In a sort of committed way. But with the Ace of Wands, they want a passionate new beginning. Yeah, so that's kind of how they were feeling, that they wanted a new start, they wanted healing, they wanted a new beginning, they wanted a pure beginning, they wanted to protect the relationship and move it on to a committed level. And maybe before they didn't do that, or they didn't show you that in some way with this Knight of Wands here and this Seven of Cups. So maybe there was they thought they had a lot of choices, and they thought they could you know, maybe take the connection for granted in some way, and that might be why when they saw you, they wanted to show you that they were wiser, that they, you know, that they wanted to be more wise in the connection, or more wise about the connection, and yeah, make it better. But in terms of astrological energies, we've got the Seven of Cups, which is Scorpio energy. Knight of Swords could be Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And the Ace of Wands, well, that could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Knight of Wands the same, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. Yeah, okay, so let's see what else we've got. So how did pile number two's person feel the last time they saw? I mean, I think you certainly attracted them. There's certainly a lot of spark, sexual attraction, physical attraction. I think the last time they saw you, they really wanted to get their point across. There's a lot of speed in these cards. They wanted to, I'm always feeling like they wanted to convince you that this was a new beginning, that they wanted to have a new beginning with you, that it was really important that you understood that they wanted this brand new beginning with you, and that they, you know, they didn't want to have all this kind of like wishy-washy type energy anymore. I think they wanted to really kind of get that point across to you, and they felt very strongly attracted to you. They felt a very strong spark and chemistry with you. I think they certainly felt that the last time they saw you. So how did pile number two's person feel the last time they saw pile number two? I've got two coming out here. So I've got the Chariot, again a lot of speed. Temperance, balance, and that reminds me of this whole yin and yang. They wanted balance. Maybe there wasn't much balance in the situation before, you know, because this, you know, the Knight of Swords can sometimes be somebody who's quite rash, you know, kind of maybe you know, can sometimes be quite argumentative or quite difficult as a personality. So it comes right under the Temperance card, comes right underneath that. So maybe they want to be more balanced. They were feeling the last time they saw you that they wanted to present a more balanced side of themselves, a wiser side of themselves. How did pile number two's person feel the last time they saw pile number two? Queen of Swords. And underneath we have the Page of Wands. Okay. Yeah. So I think the last time they saw you, they want, I think what I'm getting here with this person is that they really feel a sense of urgency around trying to get you, if it's a situation that you're in separation from, or somebody that you split up from and it was like an ex or something like that, or you haven't started this situation, there's a sort of sense of speed and urgency around wanting to convince you that they are committed to this situation, and that they want balance in this situation, and they want to be wiser in this situation. But what I would say is that their energy is still sort of quite, possibly still quite young, and that might be something that you need to be aware of. So what they're saying to you, that it is what they want, but their actions are still possibly quite immature. So that might be something that you need to be aware of, pile number 2, because the overriding energy here is the Page of Wands, which is again somebody who's quite, well, Wands again is some, you know, the Wands, Page of Wands and Knight of Wands are quite young energies, and they can be on some respects quite selfish energies. So maybe the last time they saw you, they were so sort of focused on what they wanted, really, so convinced in trying to tell you what they wanted. And sort of these cards are a stark contrast to some of these cards, and I'm just thinking again that you might have felt that you got mixed messages off them from the last time that they saw you, because commitment doesn't really go hand in hand. The Hierophant doesn't really go hand in hand with the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands. So they might have been trying to tell you something, but when you were with them, you weren't really getting that. They might have been giving you kind of mixed messages here, because again we've got the Chariot card here, which is again about speed, like a sense of speed and urgency in trying to convince you that they want to be with you, that they want to commit situation with you, that they want balance with you. And I feel that they do want to some degree, but I think there's a long, maybe that's why we've got the Elephant card, because they're still a long way from having that kind of wisdom, sort of maturity, really, that you need for a committed relationship. That's kind of what I would feel here with this person. And you might be, maybe they're feeling with the Queen of Swords that you're a little bit reserved, because the Queen of Swords is somebody who protects their heart, that you're a little bit reserved or protected around this kind of passionate new beginning that they are wanting. And you might be right to be a little bit reserved here, pile number 2, because my sense is that they are, what's the word? That they're very good at talking about what, you know, having a committed relationship, having a balanced relationship, having, you know, having a relationship of longevity, but their sort of actions might still be a little bit, you know, selfish in having what they want or doing what they want, or maybe, you know, once they've got back with you or they've got with you, then sort of as you go along, that non-committal energy coming up again. So it's about you being, and no matter why we have the Queen of Swords, remaining discerning in this situation, having some discernment in this situation, and making them really prove that they want this temperance, that they want this balance, and that they want this commitment. Because the overriding energy being the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands is that when you last saw them, they were still displaying, even though they were talking as though they wanted commitment, they were still displaying sort of energy that was around them getting what they want, really. And that could be linked to them physically getting what they want from you, because they find you very attractive, and maybe they're thinking, well, I need to say all these things so that I can still have access to pile number 2. And, you know, because I'm just sensing with this Temperance card, it's kind of like quite a passionate image, even though it's talking about balance. And I'm just feeling like there's a lot of passion in them for you. And it also goes back bottle number 5, you know, this kind of orange, this colour of orange, quite a lot of orange in all of this spread. And I'm just wondering, I mean, orange is about the second sacral chakra, which is again around sexual energy, but it's also about putting things back together again, isn't it? Like the Humpty Dumpty bottle number 26, about putting things back together again. So I'm feeling like they want to give the impression that they want to put things back together again, but I think it's more about them getting what they want, really, getting what they want, protecting their own sort of interests, really, in you and the connection. And I think a lot of that is about them feeling very physically attracted to you, feeling like there's a strong spark, a strong sexual chemistry between the two of you, and wanting that back, but thinking they've got to say certain things or to get that back, but maybe their actions don't necessarily tally with that. And maybe that's you know, that's how you felt the last time you saw them, and how they were feeling was that they wanted to get back with you, to get it back on track, so that they could get so that they could get that fulfillment, that physical fulfillment, that spark, that energy, that attraction that you kind of give to them, really. But anyway, in terms of astrological signs, I mean, certainly with the Chariot, that is Cancer energy, Temperance is Sagittarius, and the Queen of Swords, that could be Libra, Aquarius or Gemini. And like I said, there's a lot of fire, the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands, so we've got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So yeah, so just to be, you know, to make sure that in this situation, pile number 2, you do use your discernment, that you do keep, because I feel like you're looking quite cool here, quite cool and detached, and I think that you need to maintain that a little bit with this person, because their actions may not necessarily match up with what they're saying. But let's see, what have we got here? What? Okay, can we have a message card for pile number 2? Maybe some guidance for pile number 2 in this situation. Some guidance for pile number 2 in this situation. So there's no shortage of attraction to you. That's definitely there, 100%. It's just really about, I suppose it's just really about trust, you know, making them work for your trust. That's what I would say. Okay, so is there any guidance for part number 2 in this situation? How your person felt the last limbo. Seek clarity on mixed signals. Now, what was I just saying? Yeah, I feel like there is mixed signals, or the language, what they're saying doesn't match the behaviour. That's because there's a marked difference between the oracle cards and this here. I feel like the last time they saw you, they gave you all the right things, they said all the right things, but their behaviour is still not matching that. So that might be why you're in it. That might be why you've got the Queen of Swords, which is you are just being discerning, you are detaching a little bit, and it's a state of limbo. But there's a lot of urgency on their part to get it back, to get the situation back to where it was, and it's almost like they're going to say anything to get that back. So yeah, so that's why you need to be discerning. That's the guidance. You need to seek clarity on the mixed signals to make sure that the action matches, you know, this idea about wanting to be committed, this idea about wanting a brand new start, a clean new start, a wiser new start, a better start. Okay, any other guidance messages for pile number 2 in this situation? Afraid. It's time to let go of any insecurities. So if this person's made you feel insecure, or there's been insecurities in this situation, it's not, you know, or they've kind of made you question yourself. It's not really, it's down to, you know, you shouldn't feel like that, because you've got nothing to feel insecure about. They're giving out mixed messages. That's their stuff. You need to be discerning. You need to respect yourself. You need to listen to your own intuition. You need to you need to make your own mind up here, and not be afraid to do so. You know, not be afraid, not allow anyone else to make you feel that what you're thinking and feeling isn't valid. You know, isn't valid. What you're thinking and feeling, and it's about trusting that, really. Let's see, is there anything else? Any other? Let's see. I'm going to go for this one. Any other card of advice for pile number 2 in this situation? Yeah, card of advice for pile number 2 in this situation. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini, and it goes with here, you know, like that you need to clarify. If you are feeling confused by this person, and I think you might be feeling confused by this person because they do seem to be quite mixed here, then you need to communicate. There needs to be clear communication, because new moon in Gemini is about clear communication. Gemini is an air sign, and that's all about communication. New moon is about wiping the slate clean and just being, and the Queen of Swords, I mean, that's always about clear, honest communication. So in order for this situation to move forward, there does need to be clear, honest communication where the communication matches the behaviour. And I think that's what I would leave you with, you know, where their behaviour is matching their words of commitment. It's, you know, it's matching. But anyway, pile number 2, that's been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. But other than that, I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, welcome back to your reading. So in today's reading we're doing our, how did your person feel the last time they saw you? So you chose to come in on this little silver square bead, plus this card, the golden egg. Okay, and I also pre-shuffled some oracle cards here. So let's see what else we've got. We've got opportunity. We've got energy. Okay, so that's part of the orange hue, isn't it? Energy, yeah. And then I'm just going to bring those over slightly. I might just put that there. And then this is my Orosoma Inspiration deck, and it's it relates to the tarot deck, and it's called the Two of Wands. It's not called the Two of Wands, it is the Two of Wands. And yeah, and it's pink over violet, and it's actually called Loving Kindness. Loving Kindness, pink over violet, Two of Wands. Okay, let's have a look here then. So I might just put that down there. So we've got these here. I feel like just from these cards, the last time they saw you, they just felt a lot of potential. They felt that there was a lot of potential, maybe a lot of hidden potential in the situation, because the golden egg, I mean, the egg hasn't cracked yet, has it? So there's still something inside that golden egg. It has a lot of promise. There's a lot of promise, a lot of potential, energy. It's got a lot of momentum, a lot of energy to it. They feel energised by the situation, or they feel energised by you. They felt like it had a lot of, and also opportunity, like there was a lot of opportunity, but it's hidden, because here it's like a moonlit scene, isn't it? You've got the waning moon there. It's kind of like hidden. There's a potential. It's something. It's not out in the open. So yeah. So this situation's got a lot of promise, a lot of potential, a lot of energy to it. They feel very drawn to it with the moon card here, but there's something hidden about it, and that's might be why we've got the Two of Wands, because it's like not fully, because the Two of Wands is like, the Ace of Wands is the seed, isn't it? So a seed, maybe in this situation, it might be a crush situation or attraction situation that you're asking about, where the Ace has been, the seed has been laid, but the Two of Wands is where it's kind of waiting, it's in a period of waiting, of sleep, incubation with the egg here. The night scene here and the moon, it's got potential, it's got energy, but it hasn't quite surfaced, it hasn't quite come into being. There's a period of waiting in it, and maybe that's how they were feeling the last time they saw you. So they had all this excitement, they had all this idea that this situation had a lot of potential, it was thrilling, it was there's a lot of hiddenness to it, but there might be a lot of hiddenness to it, and also just it has, they're just waiting for something to happen. So maybe they've got a lot of pent-up energy because they're waiting for something to happen in this situation. So they were feeling all of these things the last time that they saw you. So it might be like this reminds me of sort of like a crush situation or an attraction situation where things haven't been revealed yet, feelings haven't been revealed, but there's all that kind of stuff brimming underneath the surface, kind of incubating, and there's a lot of this kind of sexual tension or sexual energy with the orange card here. So how does that might be for some of you, where it's a sort of like an attraction or a crush situation, or maybe a clandestine situation or a secret situation with the moon here. So how does pile number 3's, how did pile number 3's person feel the last time they saw pile number 3? Oh, well, there you go. So we've got the Lovers. Four of Wands. Oh my God. The Lovers and Four of Wands, pile number 3. How did pile number 3's person feel the last time they saw pile number 3? Four of Pentacles, and I feel for some reason this one wants to come out, but I didn't do 4 in the last 2, and the Knight of Cups, so there you go. Now I didn't, in the last 2 piles I just did 3 and then I did the bottom of the deck, but for some reason in this deck I was called to put out this 4th one. Let's see what's at the bottom, the Tower. So maybe there's something that's happened in this situation with the Tower card here being the overriding energy. So the last time they saw you, maybe they felt that something, because the Tower is about a shock, isn't it? It's about a shocking event, something that has been built up on what you know, was believed to be solid foundations, but being pulled apart in some way. Now, the Lovers card and the Four of Wands, I mean, the last time they saw you, they felt you were their soulmate twin flame. They felt you were the one. They felt you were the one, that you were, you know, I mean, that is an amazing and right after each other, you know, and it goes with all this kind of potential, this energy, this a strong attraction, but it was something that was incubating. So maybe again, it wasn't something that was quite, or maybe it was secret with the Tower card here. So maybe something came out into the open the last time you met, or something was revealed, or something happened to bring the situation into difficulties, into kind of challenges in some way. And that might be why we have the Two of Wands, because it's kind of in a period of limbo or a period of waiting at the moment. But they definitely felt like you were the one, because you've got the Knight of Cups here. The Knight of Cups is about romance, it's about coming forwards with a cup of love. So something happened. And that might be why we have this moon situation here, even though it says opportunity. Something happened here. There was some sort of shocking event, or something that brought the situation down, or something that was revealed, or maybe some kind of truth revealed. And it might have something to do with the Four of Wands, because the Four of Pentacles is usually about holding on to the status quo. So maybe they felt all these things for you. They felt all these things for you. Maybe it was a secret situation, because the Lovers card can talk about choices, having to make choices in love. Maybe they were already in a committed relationship here with the Four of Wands, because the Four of Wands can talk about marriage. It can talk about engagement. So maybe they were already committed. Maybe you were already committed. Maybe they were trying to hold on to that in some way. But they had all these other feelings for you. They had all these feelings for you. And you know, that had to come out, and that's what caused the Tower card here, you know, because there's all this potential. What I'm feeling is the last time they saw you is that they felt there's a huge amount of potential for you and them, but it is something that is still in the potential stage, or they felt was still in the potential stage. But they've got all these feelings for you. They see you as a major significant person in their life. They want to come forwards with this cup of love. But maybe they were thinking as well that if I do come forwards with this cup of love, it's going to cause chaos. It's going to cause bedlam. It's going to cause a problem. So it has to stay hidden. It can't be out in the open. It has to stay incubated, because otherwise it's going to cause a Tower moment where there's going to be a shocking revelation, and everything that I have built up is going to come crashing down. And that's why I've got the Four of Pentacles, because I'm holding on for dear life. I'm holding on to my security, my stability, my status quo. But in actual fact, I feel all these feelings for pile number 3. They are my soulmate, my twin flame. I've got all this sexual tension and energy towards them, this attraction, but it's still in this kind of incubation stage. I can't let it out. I can't reveal it. I can't show it in the full light of the day. Maybe there's something like that going on. In terms of astrological signs, well, the Lovers card is Gemini. Four of Wands, that is Aries energy. Four of Pentacles, that is Capricorn energy. Knight of Cups could be any of the water signs of Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. So those are just some of the things that I'm feeling, but there's no shortage of feeling, but it's somehow hidden. It's somehow, the last time they saw you, they felt it had to stay hidden, or they felt like they had to hold on to the status quo. If they were in another situation or another relationship, they had to hold on to the commitment that they were already in. But you definitely give them this, they feel so romantic towards you, they're so attracted towards you, pile number 3, 100%. But they've got this kind of pent up energy, but it's in this waiting game. They're still in this waiting phase. They're not quite ready to act on it. And I think it's because they're scared. There's a lot of fear that if they do that, it's just going to create havoc. It's going to create havoc, and they're not sure that they can deal with that. And that's why we've got them holding on here, Four of Pentacles, holding on to the status quo, holding on and holding tight to what's, maybe it's got something to do with, if it's a work crush or work situation or something like that, it might have something to do with that they feel like they can't, because the Four of Pentacles is to do with material wealth, holding on to material wealth, or holding on to the material side of life, the practical side of life, at the expense of them being emotionally fulfilled. So maybe it's got something to do with, if I let out how I'm feeling about pile number 3, it's not going to be received well, or it's not going to be, or I can't do it, because maybe I'm their manager, or maybe I'm their co-worker, or maybe I'm in a situation where it wouldn't be right for me to do that, or something like that. So they're holding on to the status quo of the situation in some way. But anyway, so so that's how they felt the last. So there was probably a lot of repressed feelings when they last saw you, a lot of repressed energy, a lot of energy that was kind of bubbling there underneath the surface, but they couldn't let it out. I think that's how they were feeling the last time they saw you. Now, okay, we've got the Ace of Wands here. How did pile number 3's person feel the last time they saw pile number 3? I've got the 6 of Swords. How did pile number 3's person feel the last time they saw pile number 3? The Chariot. How did pile number 3's person feel the last time they saw pile number 3? Ace of Pentacles. Now at the bottom of the deck we have the Justice. I mean, the other way of reading it is the last time they saw you, they felt that they just wanted to, that they wanted, things to be out in the open, that they wanted the Tower moment, because the Tower moment is often a revelation where they want, where things are built on false situations, and they wanted that false situation to come crumbling down. They wanted to, get rid of this 4 of Pentacles of holding on to the status quo, and they wanted to just declare themselves. Maybe that was what they were feeling as well, or maybe they just felt that they weren't sure how you would respond to that. So maybe there was that going on as well. Now, they also, with the Ace of, we've got 2 aces here. We've got the Ace of Wands, it's called the Ace of Rods in this deck, and the Ace of Pentacles. And it says to me that they wanted this new beginning. They definitely wanted this new beginning with you. They wanted a fair and just new beginning with you. They wanted things to be out in the open. So yeah, I do feel the last time they saw you, they wanted things to be fair and out in the open, because the Justice is about the law, isn't it? It's about making things fair. It's about making things legal. It has it should have a transparency to it, where things are transparent and clear and balanced. So I'm thinking the last time they saw you, they wanted things to be balanced and clear, for there to be a new beginning, a passionate new beginning, a tangible new beginning. But we've got a bit of a contradiction here. So we've got slow and we've got fast energy. So there might have been a little bit of a mixed message as well. You might have felt that you were getting a bit of a mixed messages from them. So in the sense of the Chariot is about moving towards something, and also the 6 of Swords is about moving away from something. So maybe the last time they saw you, they were wanting to move away from something, some commitment, and onto something else, onto something better, with you, really, like a letting go of this 4 of Pentacles and a moving towards in a quick way, and maybe a letting go, a walking away from a commitment, a previous commitment. And that's what because maybe they were married, like I said before, or in a commitment, and they want to move away from that slowly. They're feeling they want to move away from that slowly and move quickly towards something else, towards the Ace of Pentacles, which is this tangible new beginning with you. But I definitely feel that they want, if something has happened, in this situation, whereby, the other way of reading this is that you're in separation from this person, and they want renewal. So you're in separation from this person, but they still see the potential of it. They still see that there's an opportunity here, but it's kind of hidden. It's not because you're not together. It's kind of hidden, and it's under the surface, and there's a two of Wands, a kind of limbo state, or a period of not really sure what's going to happen, because something happened, because there was a Tower moment. But now they want to make that right. So the last time they saw you, they were feeling they wanted to make that right. They wanted to get back with you. They wanted to bring this potential into reality. which is the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. They wanted to have a brand new beginning, but it meant that they had to give up something, they had to move away from something in order to do that. But I'm definitely feeling that they see you as their main, the last time they saw you was that they felt they saw you as their main, you know, somebody that they really wanted to be with, somebody they really wanted to have a commitment with. But they knew at that point that it was still potential. You know, they were maybe thinking all these things, that they wanted this new beginning, that they wanted to make it right, but they maybe had to, there were still things that they had to do to prepare, in preparation for this new beginning with you. So that's kind of what I'm feeling, that they were thinking, that you know, it would cause, that there would be things to go through with the Tower card here. Things that you had to go through, or a situation that had to be gone through, which would mean a moving away, a breaking down of something that wasn't working in order to build something up with you. So I feel like they were thinking and feeling all those things when they were with you, but it was still maybe in an incubation stage. It wasn't quite ready to hatch, but they were thinking about it. They had all these ideas and plans about how they were going to do it, because they felt that it was the right thing to do, that being with you is the right thing for them. That's kind of what I'm feeling. That's all those things were going through their mind the last time they saw you. That's how they felt. In terms of astrological signs, well, the Ace of Wands could be Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. Ace of Pentacles is Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. Six of Swords, that is Aquarius. And the Chariot is Cancer energy there. So that's just, obviously we've got Libra energy here for the Justice cards. So what message would pile number 3's person, I think, what message would pile number 3's person like to give to pile number 3? Is there a message? Could we please have a message from pile number 3's person to pile number 3? Heaven. Your loved ones are always with you. So maybe there is like a strong, like with the soul mate, twin flame energy. It feels like, you know, they are thinking that you are always with them. So even if you are in separation, you know, I think they're feeling that there's a strong connection between the two of you in some way. It could also just be a completely separate message for a lot of you, or for some of you around, you know, connecting into people that maybe have passed over, and just a sort of message, a reassuring message for you that they're still with you, that they're still protecting you, that they're still guiding you, that they still are there for you. You know, whoever that specific message might be for. So is there any message from pile number 3's person to pile number 3? Forgive. The act of forgiveness releases tension. So maybe there's something around forgiveness in this. Maybe something's happened. Like I say, there's been something has happened and they want you to forgive them. If this is a renewal that's, you know, where you're in separation, but they still see the potential of it, so maybe they're hoping that you will forgive them, you know, with this Justice card, that you will, you know, that they want to make things right again with you. So anything else? What do we have here? Any message from pile number 3 to their person, or any guidance? Please give me some guidance for pile number 3 in this situation. What guidance is there? Oh, that's too many, but I'm going to take that top one because that's the one that I've seen, and that one is the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. So it kind of goes with this whole thing about things being not quite ready, but I think they're coming. You know, this is a period of incubation, a period where the Two of Wands, you know, where you're waiting. If you're waiting for some kind of answer, or if you're waiting for something, then it says here that the answers are coming for you, and that for you to wait for that there is something coming, that it's going to begin, something's coming for you. Full moon in Gemini. Okay, anything else? Any other messages for part number 3 right now? What's this? Wedding. This situation involves a marriage. So that might take that how that resonates. It might be that there was a marriage in this situation, or that this person wants some kind of commitment with you. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So maybe you know, with the forgiveness here, maybe something's happened with the Tower card. and you've lost trust in this person, or you're not sure about this person. I think what they want is forgiveness. They want you to forgive them, and they want you to trust them, and you know, to know that they are. I feel like they do want to. I feel they do want to come forward to you. They do want to be in this situation with you. They do want to make it right, or they do want to hatch it. They do want to hatch it and bring it into being. But I'm going to have one more card, and then I'm going to leave it there for pile number 3. So how did they feel the last time they saw pile number 3? How did pile number 3's person feel the last time they saw pile number 3? Oh, gosh, I only wanted one, but I've got a few here. This says, give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Okay, and what's this one? Forgiveness again. So this is, they want, I think, you know, if something's happened in this situation, they want forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream and imagine. It just says forgiveness on the pack there. And then this one here is, criticising one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. So maybe there's something about this situation which, you know, has been in incubation, or it's an opportunity still, or it's, you know, this period of waiting because you're in separation, because something's happened in this situation. Maybe it was around choices, maybe it was something like that. But I think this person wants to move forward. They want you to forgive them, and they want to move forward they want to make it right, and they want to move forward into a new situation with you. They see it as a huge potential still, you know, with the Lovers card and the Four of Wands. They see this situation as a major connection for them, and I think that they do want to come towards you, pile number 3. But that has been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Other than that, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.